Okay, in the last video, we went over the intro of how to convert units in chemistry, and I gave you 3 sample problems and some information you're going to need over here. So I'm going to go over how to run through these problems and see if you got the right answer. So again, what you start with is the number you're given, and you have to make sure that you're keeping the end in mind. Okay, so I'm going to do this try to do it in one take. So I've got 60 ounces. Whoops. And I always put that over 1. Okay, that's what I start with. Okay, now I need to get to milliliters, so I need to know the conversion unit for that. So, okay, so 1 ounce, volume ounce, is 29.57 milliliters. Okay, so I come up here, there's my conversion. So I want to get rid of ounces. So ounces is going to have to go on the bottom. So I've got 1 ounce for every 29.57 milliliters. So I have 1 ounce and 29.57 milliliters. And the reason why you want the ounces on the bottom is because ounces, like I described in the last one, cancel out. And that's it. Okay, so I've actually already calculated this. It's 1,774.2 milliliters. Okay, and again, this is why I'm so strict on the units. In order to do these problems, you have to put the units so you can keep track of them. Okay, so I know it seems strange with my unit thing, but that's going to become very important later on. Okay, because you just can't, once these things get 5, 6, 7 steps down the line, trying to keep track of your units if you haven't written them down is going to be impossible. So here's the next one. 254.5 centimeters. Put that over 1, and I need to keep the feet in mind. Okay, so I'm going to convert. The only conversion I have is 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch. But I need to get to feet. Well, hopefully know that there's 12 inches in a foot. So I'm going to convert into inches first. So I need 2.54 centimeters on the bottom because I want that to cancel out. Is 1 inch. There's my conversion. And again, this is the number 1. It's these 2 distances are exactly the same. So you're just taking this and multiplying it by 1. So centimeters cancels out. Okay, now keeping track of what I'm doing, I want to get to feet. So how many inches are in a foot? There's 12. So I want the 12 inches down here. And I want my 1 foot up here. So I can cancel out my inches. And then this is where 1 step at a time becomes very important. Okay, so I have 254.5 all multiplied by 1. So 254.5. And feet is the only unit on that line. And then 2.54 times 12. 2.54 times 12. 30.48. And there's no units. Well, that's good because feet is what I want. Okay, so 254.5 divided by 30.48 is 8.35. Now, make yourself look fancy and circle it with the units and the whole bit. Okay, and that's that one. And then ounces to kilograms. So I've got 25.4 ounces. Okay, now hopefully you remember from elementary school that there's, now the only unit that the conversion I have is pounds to kilograms. Well, hopefully you know that there's 16 ounces in a pound. That's like 4th or 5th grade. So I'm going to go from ounces to pounds. So there's 16 ounces in 1 pound. So I'm going to cancel that out. Again, I'm working toward kilograms, but the only unit conversion I have is 2.2 pounds is 1 kilogram. So I got to get to pounds first. So that cancels out. Now I'm at pounds. So 2.2 pounds, 1 kilogram. Pounds cancels out. And the only unit left is kilograms. So I'm done. All I have to do is multiply it through. So 25.4 goes on the top. Right? And then 16 times 2.2. 16 times 2.2. 35.2. No units, which is good. They've all been canceled out. So 25.4 divided by 35.2 is 0.72 kilograms. And that's it. Okay. So hopefully you got the answers right. If you didn't, go ahead and check through and make sure, go ahead and check out and see what mistakes you made. Okay. The next video is going to be on some pretty involved chemistry, so get your periodic tables ready. Okay, take care.